Hello, this is Dr. Kilgore with Dr. Kilgore's World with a flipped math learning video all about calculating volume. So make sure that your math notes are out in front of you and you are ready to jot down some important information and that you get all of the practice problems in your notes. So our learning goal for this video is I can calculate volume. By the end of this video, you should be able to answer the guiding question by finding the volume of the shape at the bottom. So we really just have one strategy for success, and that is to know the volume formula. That is length times width times height equals volume. So let's look at some examples here. Now, this cube is set up to show us volume. We have length times width times height. Volume is defined as the total area that cube takes up. So it's the amount that we could put inside of the cube to fill it up completely full. If I were putting sugar in the cube, it would be the amount of sugar that I could fit inside of that cube. Area is different because area lets me find the amount of material that takes up this surface. So if I'm calculating area, area is length times width. So area is length times width. It just talks about this face of the cube. Perimeter is width plus length plus width plus length. You're going to add the four sides together. It's the distance around the outside. When we talk about volume, we talk about everything inside of this cube, and volume equals length times width times height. That is how we calculate the total volume of this cube. So let's look at an example with some numbers. This one already has, it looks like, centimeter cubes making up the volume. So to calculate the volume of this cube, we need the pencil tool here. Volume equals length times width times height. So that means we're going to go volume equals 3 centimeters times 4 centimeters times 2 centimeters. And as with everything in number sentences, we are going to work this out like algebra. We start from the left and go to the right. Underline our first step. 3 times 4 is 12. Copy down the rest. 12 times 2 equals 24. So volume equals 24 centimeters cubed. So when we calculate volume, we get cubic whatever units we had to measure. So we put the little 3 up in the air. We always make sure to use our units. Now volume calculates all of these little centimeter cubes that are making up this shape. If we wanted to know the area would just be of this one side right here and everything in this side. It doesn't go back to extend. So the area of this red end panel, area equals length times width. So we have 2 centimeters times 3 centimeters, 6 centimeters, and area is squared because we have square units. Volume is the entire space that this shape takes up. So let's look at another example here. As always, I'm going to go ahead and put my volume formula up. Length times width times height. Okay, so equals 12 times 4 is my width times 3 is my height equals 12 times 4, well, 12, 24, 36, 48. Copy down the rest. 48 times 3, 8 times 3 is 24. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 2 is 14. So this equals 144. We do not know what units this shape is measured in, so I'm going to say units cubed. Units just tells me we don't know what it was measured in. So here is another shape. This is an irregular shape. So when we look at shapes like this, we have to cut them into sections and find the volume. This is actually an area shape. It doesn't have any volume. It's not three-dimensional. So we'll still calculate the area of this shape. We do that by cutting them into little sections. And then we have to go ahead and find what each section measures. If this all the way across is 6 centimeters and this little section is 2, we have to subtract to find this section. So 6 centimeters minus 2 centimeters is 4. We know this is 3 high and 4 high. That means this is going to be 7 centimeters tall. So to find the area of this big shape, we're going to call it A, and we're going to call this one B. Length times width. So we have 4 times 7 equals 28 centimeters. It is area, so it's squared. This is for piece A. For piece B up here, length times width, so 4 times 2. Area equals 8 centimeters squared. To find the volume of the entire thing, we're going to add the first section, to find the area, because this is not volume. We're going to add these together, so 28 plus 8, 2 plus 1 is 3, so 36 centimeters squared for the area of that irregular shape. When we find the volume of irregular shapes, this one is three-dimensional and has volume. We do the same plan. We take the shape that is irregular in size and we cut them into 2 sections. So we've got shape A over here and shape B down here. We find the volume of shape A. Let's actually find the volume this time. So volume equals length times width times height. We're going to go shape A and then we'll do shape B down here and then we will add them together. A, our length is 2 times our width, which is 3, times our height, which is 6. step by step. 2 times 3 is 6. Copy down. 6 times 6 is 36. Our units are centimeters. And we cube them because it's volume. Shape B, length times width times height. So we go 4 times 3 times 2. Step by step, 4 times 3 is 12 times 2 equals 12 times 2 is 24 centimeters cubed. We add our two volumes together, so 36 plus 24, 6 and 4 are 10, 3, 4, 5, 6. So volume equals 60 centimeters cubed. Okay, let's go ahead and look at our guiding question from today. We know we have to take this shape and make it into two smaller shapes. It looks like a logical break would be right here. So we're going to call this shape A and this shape B. So volume equals length times width times height. Length is 7 across times 2 going back times 2 is the height. We work it step by step. 7 times 2 is 14 times 2 equals 28. Centimeters are our units again, and it is cubed because it is volume. Shape B, down here in the bottom, we're going to go length times width times height. Our length is 2 times our width, which is 2, times our height, which is 5. So when we calculate these, 2 times 2 is 4. Copy down the rest. 4 times 5, which is 20. Centimeters are our units, and they are cubed. 28 plus 20 to get each section together. That means our answer is 48 centimeters cubed. So I hope that this quick video has helped you to understand volume concepts a little bit better. Make sure that all of these examples are in your notes. You do not need to draw them perfectly. Don't worry about three-dimensional shapes. Just make sure that you know how to do the math to calculate the volume of irregular shapes.